We must be loyal to the oath that we swore to stand firmly with America.
Congressman, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for putting out a video that actually lifts up our military service members. Congressman Nunn, let me begin with you. What was your first reaction when you saw this video from the Democrats? Did you think it was a parody, a comedy? Did you immediately think that there's some actionable words and conduct there?
Well, Kellyanne, I know as a military member who's still serving in my capacity, we have all raised our right hand and sworn an oath to support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And it was horrific to see men and women take politics who have also served in uniform like us. Look, Rich and I have served in a military capacity. I've served in intelligence committees, in an intelligence capacity, and I've worked with these colleagues on the other side of the aisle. I salute their service. But at the same time, anytime you attempt to undermine the chain of command, I've flown combat missions, and I know what happens when people disobey an order and the challenges that are presented by that. This cannot happen to the men and women who are serving right now, including 2,000 National Guardsmen from my home state, Iowa, who are forward deployed when they see people in D.C. playing politics with the authorities that they're responsible for helping to execute to protect our country.
I do feel, Congressman Nunn, and thank you for your service, sir, to our country. I do feel that in addition to being against Border Patrol or ICE or defund the police, being defiant toward law enforcement, of course that includes our military. The Democratic Party seems increasingly hostile toward religion, toward law enforcement, toward our military. When did that happen? I mean, do you have colleagues on the Democratic side of the aisle who will admit to you they're uncomfortable with the direction their party is taking against our bravest?
Kellyanne, you're exactly right. And when you go to Washington, D.C. right now, you see the brave men and women who are in uniform called up for guard duty from their civilian job to help protect the city, our nation's capital, which they also love. And we've seen President Trump's order be successful. And my friends on the Democratic side will say this as well. D.C. is a safer place now. Carjackings are down by thousands of %. The city alone is safer just by this president. And it doesn't have to be this way. Thank God for our men and women in uniform who are standing up on the front line, both those overseas and those who are protecting the border. It's one of the things we've worked on to make sure that we can drive down illegal border crossing, fight crime right here in the United States, but hold our adversaries accountable. And President Trump has led peace through strength in a real way. Everything from taking out Iran's threats to the world to helping make sure that our allies and our home front is safer. But Kellyanne, here's what I also shared with my Democratic colleagues who were in this video. If an E4 or a sergeant in the military said these things, rightfully they would be held accountable under the Uniform Code of Military Justice. Look, if there is a former captain, if there is a senator or a House of Representatives member who says these things, it's only fitting they too should be held accountable to that same high standard that we all served in uniform to do and defend this country under those same rules and regulations. I am tragically disheartened by the number of Democrats who have either run away from this issue or continue to just, take advantage and politicize our military members. The same group that didn't pay them for 43 days now wants to say they have their back. Nobody's buying it. We're the ones who have them. We're going to continue to fight for them.